So here I am out in the greenhouse once again, and here's my ginger. You can see how the ginger is really starting to grow, and it definitely needs water. And today I am going to plant this rhizome. This is an elderberry rhizome, and I am going to put it in this pot. I cut that limb off. Here's the cutting. I cut that limb off because I want this to grow straight up. And I have a grow light. There's the grow light. And ever since I've turned it on, the figs have decided to start growing again. So they have new leaves all coming out, new figs coming out. You can see the new leaves. And so, and the broccoli, or Brussels sprouts, are coming up really good. I need to kind of thin these out a little bit and spread them out in this bucket so they're not so close together. So that's what I want to do. This was an elderberry that she had given me, a friend of mine had given me, and it had leaves on it and everything, and I went to water it, and the leaves broke off, and so I'm hoping that it will come back. But I have this rhizome. I have this rhizome of an elderberry, and I am going to plant that in this pot and get them to growing. I like elderberries. Elderberries are good for your immune system. But you do have to remember one thing, elderberries are poisonous. You don't want to eat the green ones. Even the birds will not eat the green ones because they know they're poisonous. And animals are really good about not eating certain poisons. Here's our lemon tree. And the lemons still haven't gotten ripe yet. Here's another lemon there. And there's another lemon here somewhere. Oh, right there's the other lemon. So I had to move the lemon tree over and the lime tree over. You can see the lime tree still doing it. This branch here seems to be doing a little better since I cut the top off. And so some of these other ones seem to be doing a little better too. I think, if I can squeeze in here, I think I'm going to cut this limb here off because it's pretty tall. And I think I'm going to try and cut that down. I'm wanting these to branch out more, and so that they're not going just straight up. I want them to branch out, kind of like the lemon and the orange tree. And you can see how well this orange tree is starting to do. Except for I have had bugs. I don't know where these bugs are coming from. Eat on that. They ate on that over there, but most of this is doing good. It's got a lot of new growth on it. So I had to get the dogs to quit barking. Howling, actually. I don't know what the idea of that was, or why they thought they could get away with it. Anyway, I'm going to water this while I'm in here. And we'll get started on this in just a second. I need time to get stuff watered a little bit. Even though the weather has not changed, we're still having like 80-degree weather during the day, and it's been upper 30s to the lower 40s. So we're not having a lot of real cold weather, like freezing weather or anything. We're still having warm weather, even though the nights are a little cool. Apple trees out front haven't even lost their leaves yet. So I'm hoping they will do that here pretty soon. I'm hoping we will start getting some colder weather. Without the cold weather, we're going to have a lot more insects. I have concerns about my animals because like mosquitoes and all, they will be more plentiful, so that means, and mosquitoes carry a lot of different diseases. They have a lot of diseases that they, when they bite a horse, they give them a lot of diseases. I can't remember the name of all of them. I do have that concern about them, those insects bringing in diseases to our livestock, so that means a little more fly spray on them and a little more garlic and ginger for them. Also, there's my rhizome. I don't want to bury it. I just want to get this pot good and wet so I can put it in there. And I'm bringing it in the greenhouse. I had this pot outside, so I am bringing it inside to help this elderberry get a good start. Those are the lemon cuttings I took off of that lime cuttings I took off that lime tree. The cauliflower didn't do very good, so I'll have to replant it. I would like to do a little different type of watering. I think this is a little rough on the plant. But I am going to break these up and get them spaced out a little bit more. I think they will all grow in this one pot really good. Stevia is still doing great. Ginger, this is the ginger, it's doing great. So, and I am going to also put this in a bigger pot too today. This pot's just not big enough for that ginger. And the basil, you can see how the basil's doing. It's even starting to flower again. Seed out. The oregano, tarragon. Oregano is a good antibiotic for like chickens, pigs, different animals, different livestock. Like your broilers, you can put that in your broiler feed, and that will help them. They do put a lot of antibiotics in broiler feed, so if you could buy your broiler feed unmedicated, you're a lot better off, and then use your natural medication, your natural like oregano, ginger, garlic, to help keep your broilers healthy, get them to grow faster. With broilers, I'm not too worried about them growing fast because they're only going to be around for about 6 weeks. I don't want my laying hens to grow fast because I don't want their bone structures. I've seen animals where they've had to grow fast, and it's really hard on their bone structure. Their bones just don't hold up to that. Put that out there. So, alright, now I'm going to take this rhizome and we are going to plant it in this. I'm going to just barely leave the top out. I'm going to put the dirt all around this. So there's the top. I'm going to take the watering can and water it just a little bit to get the dirt to settle around the root. The roots there. That way the dirt will settle around those roots. and keep them more protected. And so being in the greenhouse, I won't have to water it as much as if I would if it was outside. Now, being outside, I would have to water it quite a bit because you can see our weather has not changed much. Like I was saying, there's my laundry. My dryer broke. And so my clothes are out on the fence line, protecting those trees to keep the deer away. Those are also have currants and gooseberries out there. This is a currant here too. This is the one that was in the greenhouse. It's got more strawberries in it and everything. Here's the blueberry plant. There's the onions, and you can see how these Egyptian walking onions are coming back all up again. You can even see these are starting to grow. So these need to come out. I need to take these off and get them planted because they are growing also. So I'm going to have to take them and put them in another, I think I'll put them out in a raised bed. I got a tomato even growing here, so that you can see how this weather is. It's even blossoming. So you can see how our weather is. It's just, this is Central Oregon, and we have lots of junipers, tons of junipers. Juniper berries are good for you. They make gin out of juniper berries. And the old timers used to say the more juniper berries, the rougher the winter. And I'm seeing just this tree here with juniper berries on it. I don't see any of the other ones with the berries. So that tells me that we're not going to have a rough winter. Let me see the juniper berries. You can see this tree over here doesn't have any. It has a few, but it's not loaded. None of these trees are really loaded with juniper berries this year. I mean, these are a few. This is about, actually I've never seen them with this few of juniper berries. So I'm pretty sure our winter isn't going to be as tough as they say. Unless these junipers are lying. I can see that we have a limb that broke during the last big windstorm. Junipers are very brittle. They are also part of the cedar tree family. So I'll have to get up there and get that down, get that cut off, so it doesn't fall on somebody when somebody's out here. Even the gourds are still growing. Unbelievable. I'm not sure if this artichoke is going to do anything this year. It might keep going, I don't know. But it did blossom. It was a beautiful blossom. And so there was in there. And there's some Egyptian walking onions in there even. So, but you can see they're growing out already. So these are going to have to be put into the ground. I might just, I don't really want to do that, but I might, for temporary, put some more soil in here. This has got a lot of rabbit manure in it, but I might put a lot more soil in this and put all those in, well, not all of them, but some of them. Some of them aren't growing yet. You can see that these are starting to grow. Those are growing. Got a few that aren't growing. Like these are not growing. They haven't started to grow. But these will start growing. Usually what these do is they bend over like this because they get so much weight, and that just fell off, and they fall down inside the next there, and then they start growing. That's where all these little ones had come from. So, and I do need to get in here and dig some of these bigger ones out. The Egyptian walking onions, you can take these before they start to grow, when they're like this, and put them in your stews, soups. Take that right off. And which are really good for your stew. The bulbs down there in the bottom are very spicy. They're very hot. They're not like, I mean, and I love onions, but these onions here are really sharp. And they're good. They're very good. And that's what's good about these walking onions. You can even take these and cut these for green onions. Like if you want green onions, you need green onions for your salad or for some soup, or you're making a sandwich with green onions, like a egg sandwich with green onions. These work really well for that. So I am going to have to get these in the ground. Anyway, I will keep you posted on that elderberry bush. We'll watch it as it grows. And I'm going to put those right there. I might even stick those in there. And I'll come in here and I will change these around. I will get them a little further apart so they're not so close together. And then I will replant my cauliflower over there because I want cauliflower for the winter. This is a neat little light. It bends down so it lights up. But that's the garden. We haven't seen the garden for a while. So that's what's going on in here right now. So please subscribe. Push the notification bell. And it looks like even, I don't know if you can see that, but this right here, that right there is a blossom. So even these lemon trees are starting to blossom again. Huh. So, please do subscribe. Ring the notification bell. Keep you up posted on our winter, summertime veggie garden. It seems to be happening. Please subscribe. Push the notification bell. Make a comment, good or bad. Push the like or not like button. And we will catch you on the flip side.